What's good, YouTube? This your girl Nene Love. I'm back with another video, y'all. When you come in, please hit the thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Y'all know I'm trying to get this channel up and growing, so I'm gonna be giving away $100 gift card and a $50 gift card once I get 1,000 subscribers. All you gotta do is be a subscriber and leave me comments every day, every other day on my videos. That's it. So y'all, this is a different video. I want to talk to y'all about my journey living with chronic kidney disease. Right now I am suffering from diabetes, kidney disease stage 3, where it varies from stage 3 to stage 4, restless leg syndrome, high blood pressure, hypertension. I suffer from chronic pain, neuropathy. I have to have a sleep pap on at night. I suffer from a lot of arthritis, a lot of joint pain, chronic pain. I'm on different type of medication. I do suffer from bipolar, but right now I'm not on really a high dose for my medication because it's a lot of that medication they don't want to interact with the other medicines that I'm on, and your kidneys can't really filter a lot of those particular medications. So getting into the video, I'm gonna just give y'all a little background. I was very overweight as a young child, all my life basically. My mother and father was both overweight, diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney failure, kidney disease, cancer, all that runs in my family. So growing up, I had a lot of stuff. I went through a lot of stuff as a young girl. I was molested twice, and I dealt with a lot of bullying, harassment from family members, from being in school. I was bullied a lot from being overweight, and I'll probably do a video about that, telling y'all like some different stuff what I went through as a child. But growing up, that's what I dealt with. So comfort for me was food. Like, I ran the food to eat. I stayed home a lot by myself. My mom and dad both worked. My dad was a truck driver, and my mom, she worked at the school. So I was home by myself a lot. And she had a part-time job, working in the afternoon. So they was kind of workaholics, and I was kind of there by myself. I do have a brother and sister, but they're way older than me. They're 10, 11 years older than me. So it was kind of like me being the only kid. And I would come home in the afternoons from school as a young girl, and to try to deal with what I went through as a child, as a young girl, being molested and being picked on every day. Like, I went to food. That was my best friend. So fast forward, growing up at the age of 15, I noticed that I was sluggish, tired a lot, thirsty, dry mouth, urine a lot, and then when I would urine, my pee would be like cloudy. It was real cloudy. So I went to the doctor at 15. I found out that I had diabetes. So fast forward through my life, I had two very hard pregnancies at the age of 18 and 20. I had two boys, and those pregnancies was very hard. That both pregnancies was high risk, put a lot of stress on my kidneys. I was a diabetic, had high blood pressure, preeclampsia with both pregnancies. So those pregnancies really done a number to my body. And with being so young, getting pregnant, it affect my kidneys and everything. So fast forward through life, when I was about 24, I was going through a lot of different emotions. I didn't know what was going on with me, and I was in and out, like going to therapists and talking to them, dealing with what I went through as a young girl. And then I lost my dad in 2001, and that really done a number to me, just dealing with everything. And they realized that I had bipolar. So they didn't know at first. Like, it took them a couple of years to diagnose me with it. So taking all those medications, dealing with, I already had high blood pressure, I already had diabetes, dealing with different medications for bipolar, doing different treatments for that, like all that affect my kidneys. And just going through life after I was 24, fast forward to, I want to say 2014. um it was like a week or two before Christmas. I noticed I wasn't feeling good, and I told my husband, I was like, I really don't feel well. I thought it was just all the medications was taking effect on me. And I was like, well, I was 33, 2014, yeah. And one night I forgot what I was doing, but I know I just felt bad. And this was like I said, like 2 weeks, maybe a week before Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas. And I remember my husband, he rushed me to the emergency room, and my blood pressure was so high, y'all. Like, it felt like I was having a heart attack. My blood pressure was, for what I remember, it was like 220 over 110. And the doctors were like, are you on any blood pressure medicine? I was like, yes, this is what I take. I'm a diabetic, I'm on this, I'm on that. And the doctor was like, well, if we let you go home, you're gonna have a heart attack. We don't know what's going on with you. We don't understand. So they admitted me in the hospital. They done blood work, found out that I was like in stage 4 kidney failure. So I stayed in the hospital for a week. Y'all, I'm telling you, that was the most scariest thing of my life, other than when I went to have surgery for my 2 kids. Y'all, I didn't know what to do. They kept saying, like, your creatinine level is going higher and higher. We might have to start you on dialysis. When I got admitted in the hospital, my highest weight was 360. And they was like, you just, have you not noticed like any signs or anything? And I was just like, no. So I was in the hospital for a week. They finally got everything stable. They got my blood pressure down. They got everything stable. But they was like, if you don't lose this weight or keep your blood pressure under control, like, you're gonna have to start dialysis very soon. They got my creatinine level. I was at stage 4. They got it to come down to stage 3. And if anybody that deals with chronic kidney disease, stage 4 is your last stage, and they prep you for dialysis. But like, your numbers can go up and down, they can get stable. So at that time, they was like at a stage 3. So they sent me home. I remember going home Christmas Eve, and I was doing everything like to try to lose weight. When I was in the hospital, I lost 20 pounds. I was doing everything. I was going back and forth to the doctor. I had to go get these treatments. Anybody that got chronic kidney disease or suffer from kidney failure, you know that you have to go get iron infusions, like to help your iron, because your iron be very low. You have to go back to the doctor every 2 months to get blood work to see how your creatinine, check your blood pressure, all that stuff. So I want to say this was January of 2015. I realized that I had to do something to make a change. I was doing research on the computer, and I found out becoming an all plant-based vegan will help you lose weight and also help you with dialysis. Because with your kidneys can't really filter a lot of stuff. If anything that you put on your kidneys that's strong, like if your kidneys like your heart, they constantly working to filter whatever you put in your body. So if you eat meat or anything heavy, or a massive food that you put in your body, your kidneys got to constantly work to filter all that. So the less food you put in your body, and the less meats and stuff that your kidneys have to break down, that's hard on your kidneys, it's gonna like help your kidneys. It's not gonna put your kidneys in overload. So I became a plant-based vegan in the year of 2015 January. and I done very good. Like I lost a lot of weight. It took me like maybe 3.5 months to 4 months. I lost 100 pounds, but I still have kidney disease. Like no matter how much weight I lose, the disease is not going to go anywhere. So since 2015, like I've been a plant-based vegan. Well, sometimes I eat a little cheese, but not a lot. But living with this disease these last 5 years, it's hard. Like I done developed so many different other diseases. Like I have chronic pain. I have a bone problem where I can barely walk. I have to walk with a cane. I'm not able to walk that far. I get tired easily. Um, I'm not able to do a lot. It's hard. Like back here a couple of weeks ago, I was telling y'all that a situation happened and my husband lost his job because the job that he was on, they knew I was sick. And I woke up that morning and I thought I was having a stroke. Like I felt awful. I didn't know what to do. I told my husband, I said, I don't feel good. I feel like my blood pressure was up. I was dizzy. I was nauseated. I was sick. I didn't know what to do. So, he called EMT out here and they started checking me and my blood pressure was normal. And I was telling them everything that how I felt, and I told them what was all going on with me, and they said it's a nerve that I have in my neck that cause you to make you think you having a stroke if that nerve if you like strain that nerve. And I was like, a nerve? They was like, yeah, it's a nerve in your neck. If you strain it, it'll cause you to make you have a stroke. And they say it only happen in elderly people, like people that's in their 80s or 90s. And I was like, well, I'm clearly not in my 80s or 90s. And the EMT was like, no, but you have kidney disease. You in them last stages wherein, your body is performing like a 80 or 90-year-old person. So it's just stuff that happens to me. Like my doctors even tell me that, like my body is literally a 80 or 90-year-old person. And in the summertime, I can't be outside because it's too hot. In the wintertime, I can't be outdoors because it's too cold. And it's a lot. Like it's different living with this disease. It's hard on me. It's hard on my kids. It's hard on my family. I stay sick a lot. Like I have to take a lot of medications. Sometimes the medications don't agree with me. And it's just, it's scary. And I get sad a lot living with this. And you never know. It's very depressing. You never know when that day gonna come in, that judgment day that you're gonna have to start dialysis. And like I say, I don't wish this on anyone. And that's why I guess, I try to get my message out there to let you know, like being overweight, this what being obese causes. It causes you to have diabetes, it causes you to have kidney disease, it causes you to have some type of heart failure, some type of heart condition. Like y'all, this is nothing to play with. Not to play with your life. Not saying that anyone out there is playing with their life except for certain ones that we know on the internet. But being obese, this what happened to me for being obese. I developed a lot of these diseases from being obese, and I would never sit here and tell somebody being fat, well, I'm healthy, because you're not. Eventually it's going to catch up with you and you're going to have problems with your health. Like I have to take 3 shots a day. I'm on 8 different types of blood pressure medication. Like, I'm not like a normal person can go out there and, go walking with my kids. My youngest son is autistic, and trying to get him to do stuff and go out, like my husband or my older son have to interact with him. I'm not able to do that. I have to take naps at least 2 to 3 times a day because I'm so wore out. Like y'all, I get up and get my bath and stuff, and I'm done for the day. Like I have to go to sleep after I take a bath. What normal person have to, when they get up and take their bath and stuff, they have to go right back to sleep. They have to lay down, or it takes so much energy out of you. You know, I can't travel a lot because I swell. And if I go in there and try to clean up for an hour or two, if I be on my, like if I go in the kitchen and try to help my husband cook or whatever, I go to swelling, or I won't go to feeling well. And it's hard dealing with a lot of this stuff, and that's why I say I want to put my story out there to like warn anybody that's out there that's overweight, and your doctor's telling you like, look, you need to get this weight off you, or this can happen to you in the long run. It will, and it can, and it did. It happened to me at 32. Like, even though I became a diabetic at 15, I still didn't listen to lose the weight. Over the years, I never listened. And this is what happened to me at 32. Now I'm dealing with this. I'm fighting for my life. And, it's sad, but I've done it to myself. I take ownership of what I done. Now I'm dealing with it. So, y'all, I hope this helped anyone out there that going through this or dealing with this, or if you're overweight or obese and you going through, if you going through anything, like get that weight off you as soon as possible before something happen. I don't want what happened to me happening to the next person. So y'all, if you got any questions and you want to know anything, leave me some comments and I can reply back, or I can make another video answering your questions. Y'all just give this video a thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe, and I love y'all so much. See you next time.